Imagine sailing toward a beautiful sun-drenched island, drawn in by the most mesmerizing operatic voice you've ever heard. You're expecting a gorgeous mythical goddess, but instead, you get absolutely wrecked by a giant, bloodthirsty petunia wearing a living ballroom gown and a smug smile. If that sounds like a bizarre way to go out, a creature that blends botanical beauty, classical music theory, and ancient mythology into a single, incredibly elegant package. She is a botanical diva. Her lower half is this massive, blushing pink flower bud that perfectly mimics a voluminous Victorian ball gown, flaring out at the bottom like she's ready for a royal gala. Her slender torso rises up from a structured bodice of lush green leaves, giving her an immaculate, regal posture. But the real showstopper has to be her headpiece, a magnificent, fully bloomed, 5-petaled flower that curls upward like a dramatic piece of high-fashion couture. Wrap a couple of thorn-covered vines around her shoulders like a dramatic feather boa, and you have a monster that looks ready to either sing a heartbreaking aria or violently prune your entire party. It's an incredible piece of pixel art that oozes personality without needing a single line of dialogue. A reinterpretation of the Alraune from old folklore, the perfect blend of a human woman and a dangerous plant. Her body grows straight out of a massive flower bud. It perfectly mirrors those ancient stories of root spirits shaped like people. Mythic Alraunes were always known as seductive nature entities. This design captures that eerie vibe flawlessly. She uses her elegance to mask her monstrous plant nature, making her feel both enchanting and incredibly menacing at the same time.
Anthemoessa literally translates to flowery or blooming in ancient Greek. But more importantly, Anthemoessa was the name of the legendary island where the Sirens lived. In classical myths, like Homer's Odyssey, the Sirens were dangerous creatures who sang enchanting, irresistible songs to lure passing sailors to their doom on the jagged, rocky shores. While historical art usually depicted sirens as part woman and part bird, or later as mermaids, the creators here decided to take the literal meaning of her home island, flowery, and fuse it directly into the siren's physical form. They turned the myth on its head, giving us a literal blooming siren who entices you with her beauty before orchestrating your demise. Her entire performance is a masterclass in clever music theory puns. For instance, she unleashes an ability called Sharp Caesura that inflicts the stop status on your team. It sounds fancy, but in musical notation, a caesura is a literal pause or interruption in the music. She literally pauses your character's time because the sheet music told her to. She has another move called Gentle Smorzando that puts your team to sleep, which is a clever nod to the musical term smorzando, meaning to gradually fade away or extinguish the sound into complete silence. The banger, however, is the dissonant tritone attack, which causes confusion and petrification. In music, a tritone is an incredibly unstable, clashing interval that sounds so unnerving and creepy, historical church composers literally nicknamed it the Devil's Interval. Human brains are hardwired to crave harmony, so hearing an unresolved tritone genuinely feels unsettling, making it the perfect thematic weapon to scramble your brains and freeze you in place. She is a killer queen of the stage, proving that sometimes nature has a beautiful, yet incredibly toxic way of hitting the high notes.